Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate your love and support. Yes, you are most welcome to this live. I appreciate your love and support. Thank you so much for being here. This is Merciful 21. I'm a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. And in today's video, I want to share with you something. Hopefully it is going to help someone out there. So it's kind of like a real life story. Yeah, this is a real life story, but I would like to share it with you, most especially to those who are going to come, or if you're planning to come and you have been given some advices on how you can, on how you can prepare yourself in the other way round. Okay. Hey, Lynn Mutuse. Lynn, thank you so much for joining us. So this is how I'm going to start. Hey, Tebi, thank you so much for joining. I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Why no ads? I don't know. Maybe they have removed it again, because whenever I want to talk about these rape cases, they always take away my ads. I don't know why. So for real, I don't know why. Hopefully. So to those who have seen ads, please say their ads and we get to know that. But whenever I want to talk about this thing, whenever my title it has like something like rep something, they always like block me from getting those ads. But anyway, it doesn't stop me from sharing what I want to share with you. So to those who would love to come and join us this side, this is my story and this is how I'm going to tell you. So let me tell you guys, by the way, we are able to control things before they happen to us, most especially the rape things. But just because somehow, somewhere, we don't know on how we can control these things, or on how we don't know sometimes on how we can protect ourselves from those things. So on my way to Saudi Arabia, we were 23 to 25 people. There is, I have refreshed. Okay, thank you so much, Tebi. So when we reached somewhere, because we had to take like the whole night in a hotel so that the next morning we can proceed. How are you doing, dear? I'm doing well. Somali, thank you so much for joining and thank you so much for asking. I'm doing great. So when we slept, we had like before we reached to Saudi Arabia, we had to take like a night in a hotel that was in Juba. Hello, dear Regina. Hello, thank you so much for joining. I really love you so much, guys. So that very night we were welcomed, like yeah, we were welcomed, we were like, and since we had an excitement, by the way, when we were still at the office, so we did not sleep that night. So we took our flight up to Juba. When we reached to Juba, we had to sleep there the whole night. But that night, for real, I slept under the bed. So this is how it started. When we reached, we were so tired. When we reached, we were so tired, but then the room, it was like a room we were supposed to be sharing it to two people. Hey, dear, I love you from Somalia. Thank you so much from Somalia. We love you so much. We love you back. So when we reached, we were to share a room to two people. They were two beds each room. So where I shared it with someone. But remember, when we were still at the office, these were the ladies who were telling us that you guys, before you go, make sure you go and put like, you use a family planning before you go the other side. I was the only person without family planning. That's what I can tell you. But the rest were like, I'm prepared, I'm ready. They told me about that. I knew it before. So they were ready, they were prepared, by the way. But for me, I said, I've never used the family planning, but I said I will go because I know there is a God I serve. I'm not going to do other things, other stuff, but I'm going to do what? I'm going to work as a housemaid. I'm interested to hear your story at want to do. Oh, thank you so much. Story ad, I want a job. Okay, dear, make sure I have a live that it's a video that I shared. Hey, Master Sharon, I'm happy to see you. You put a smile on my face. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so where was I? From Kenya. Thank you so much. I love you so much, dear, because you put a smile on my face. You know, I don't know why. But whenever you come in, for real, there is a way you boost my happiness. Let me say that. So, guys, I've forgotten even where I had reached. But anyway, okay, when we reached, we were so tired. So we had to, like, remember, we had to wash. Okay, we asked them for the soap. We had to wash our uniforms since we were going to proceed the next morning. We washed our uniforms and we were like, let us take a nap. So for me, I was so tired, by the way, because of the excitement. We did not sleep before. So before we take our flight, we did not sleep. We went somewhere like to jog around, like, you know, no one slept that night. So when we came to the hotel, it's when we realized we need to take at least, we need to sleep, or we need to take we need to rest, like, you know. So we slept two people in a room. So when we slept, these people, they came like to call us for food, and these were men. So when they came, for me, I slept before, but I left these people, like, it was like a sitting room sort of, where they were still chatting. For me, I just went to the room like to sleep. For real, I was so tired. So I left them there. But when my friend came to sleep, she did not close the door. She did not close the door. It was during daytime by then. So she just came to sleep also when she just put the door, just like, you know, she did not lock it. She closed it, but she did not lock. So when these people came for us to go and eat lunch, they just entered, you know. When they came in and they were like, wake up, let's go eat, let's go. Okay, we went. So afterwards, it was at night now. Everyone was like, we slept. But at this time, I had to make sure that the room is locked. So we had to lock the room. Then it was at night. It was around at 2, you know. So these people came knocking. They came knocking like on each door. They knocked, but no one responded. But remember, these people were like, for us, we are ready. Whatever happens, for us, we are prepared, because they had the family planning. Apart from only Mercy, I was not on family planning. So I was so scared. What came in my mind was like, these people, they are able to unlock these doors, you know. They are the owners, and okay, they are the workers in that hotel, so they are able to unlock the door, because they had other keys. They might be having the spares, and they are able, because we can't, you know. So because I was so scared, and these people, I had to wake up, and I was like, I told my friend, let us sleep on one bed. And she was like, no, you go back to your bed. Go back to your bed. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Remember, these people were like, we came knowing they were more afraid of pregnancy more than STDs. Exactly, you know. So she was not bothered, by the way. It's me who woke up and I was like, oh my God, I started panicking. I checked the door, but still, what came in my mind, these people were able to do anything to unlock that door and they enter, you know. So I had no, like, any other way on how I can maybe do that way. But then this is what I did. When I told her that, you extend, please, I want to sleep with you. These people are on the door, because she also had them, but she was not bothered at all. And when we were coming, like someone, she was coming for the second time. She made like a group, so we joined that group. I had to text, like, using that groups, because I wanted to alarm them, maybe to ask them whether they are hearing anything outside, but no one responded, you know. So I was like, oh my God, I'm dead now. Remember, everyone is protected apart from Mercy. So this is what I did. When I told her that, extend, I want to sleep with you, she refused. I had to go under the bed, because what if they accessed to, like, they entered, what would have happened? She was ready. That's why she didn't want you to spoil the so I asked myself, if these guys enter, and maybe, okay, what this is what I did. I just went and slept under the bed the whole night. These people took a long time while still knocking those doors. But I think they did not succeed. No one opened. And for me, I was under the bed. Remember, it was still early, like 2 o'clock, you know, it was still 2 o'clock. So I slept. If I just went under her bed, you know, it's where I slept the whole night, because I was like, let me just go under the bed. If they just come in, do you know what I did? I just went to on my bed and I put the pillow. I covered the pillow as if there was someone. So I wanted, if they come in, they get confused, you know. So I just went under her bed. So I was like, if they get in, they will at least get that one who was ready for them. But for me, I was not ready for them, you know. So I slept under the bed the whole night. So my message is, when I woke up in the morning, I asked these people that, did you hear this and the other? They said no. No. So I don't know whether I was dreaming or it was something, I don't know, but they said no. But remember, that person that I slept with in the room, for her, she had those people knocking on that door. So my message is, do you see how this lady was ready for them? For her, she was like, no matter what comes, me, I'm ready and I'm prepared. So if at all you are not on family planning, you are able to control those things. And you can even get the strength to fight back. You can fight for your life, you can fight for yourself. But because you are on family planning, you're going to hesitate. You're going to just look at it and say, after all, if they get me, I'm protected, I won't get pregnant. You know, this is how you're going to just let things happen to you, because you think you are protected, but it's not how it should be. We always have the strength, we always have the power, if at all we don't, like, put some measures on ourselves. So if you are a new housemaid and you would like to join us, if you protect yourself, or if you put that family planning on yourself, so if at all you get a chance, you are ready even to say, after all, I'm on family planning. My dear friends, Sometimes we have got all the powers, but because there are things that we have put on ourselves, they are likely to control us. She was ready. That's why she didn't want you to spoil for her. You know? So let us always know that in all ways, if let me tell you guys, if you know you are poor, you cannot cry for a car because you already know that I don't have money for that, you know? Because you don't have the money, that means you won't cry for anything. But if you have the money, or if you expect that you're going to get the money, you can even buy it before you get that money, because you know the money is coming. Now, am I clear? Have I brought the clear point? I don't know. But then let us not take just things for granted. So if you know, we already know that these people, they don't love us. So this is how some people are going to come with a witchcraft, because they know they are going to make it by force. So the witchcraft, they will use it on these people to love them. Why can't you come without that witchcraft if you know still there are people who are not going to love you or to like you? You just come. If you know you can pray and God can make things do happen, instead of coming with that witchcraft and afterwards they are likely to get you. So this is also what I'm telling you. If you're to come, forget about those family planning. Because we already have put things, like we know these men in these houses, they do rape. It's what is going to stick on our heads, nothing else. So we come knowing what is going to happen. And because you have used that family planning, you will just let yourself that thing to happen to you. Because first of all, you know you are not going to get pregnant. Though you won't look at STDs and HIVs. Remember, even these people, they have those diseases. There are so many in here. So by the way, some people, most especially ladies, you are right, dear. Most especially ladies, we fear to get pregnant than those deadly diseases of which they have no cure. But you are able to protect yourself without using anything. Sometimes I ask myself, how come that our grandparents, they used even to give birth after 2 years, after 2 years, after 2 years, and yet they had these methods that we are using nowadays? Why do you think it happened like that? You find that her children, they have like a gap of 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And they had no such diseases, they had no what, but then nowadays we, like 12 years, you find someone on family planning. Why? She's protecting herself from getting pregnant. She doesn't fear other diseases, but only pregnant. She doesn't want people to see her when she's capital D. That is her worry. But the rest she doesn't care. So if at all you don't go on that method, still you are able to tell yourself, to remind yourself on how if you mess up yourself, anything can happen to you. But because you are on some methods, then you are likely to let things happen to you because you know you have a protection. Like if you get STIs or other diseases, we can't know. But you fear people to see that capital D. It's what is bothering you, and it is what is like you would want to avoid than getting those deadly diseases. So this gave me a big lesson, by the way. So, and majority, let me say majority, they always come on those methods. And remember, when you reach here, this is where you're going to find, like, maybe you might find like too much work, of which some methods are not best for you, and you are likely even to get more worse. I've ever shared, do you hear someone who failed because of those methods? And she went back home. If the work is too much for you, you can't bear, or sometimes you might find yourself that you're going to breed, like, like every day it is going to be your daily routine, as in breeding. So can you breed for 2 years and you're still, when you're someone? So avoid those things, just be free. And those family planning don't work for everyone. Exactly. They don't work for everyone. So it's sometimes they just go and ask for something of which it doesn't suit their, like, their body. So when you're coming, please, nobody should decide for you which one to use. But still, for me, I don't advise anyone, when you're coming, to come on it. Once you get a gap, you guys, let me tell you, sometimes there are some people who have got chances. Like, okay, once you get a chance, you people, you are likely to just go, because you are protected. You are likely to go. So that's why, for me, I don't advise anyone to come on it. So since this one was like, greetings, blessings, thank you so much for joining. Greetings to everyone in the house. Hello everyone from Blessing. So this is why this housemaid, she refused me even to sleep with her on the same bed. Why? Because she knew she was like, she had used a method. But for me, who was struggling, looking where I can hide myself, I knew that I was not on any method. So that means if you're not on any method, you will be like me, who was struggling to look where you can hide. You will find every measure. If it comes to that, like someone wants to disturb you, you will always think, then you react, so you will avoid things to happen to you, because you know what you are. She did not bother. She just kept on her bed sleeping while I was struggling to look where I can hide myself. So what if they entered? What would have happened? Of course, they were likely to be on her, and I get saved. If they get satisfied on her, then what else? They will just have to leave. So be like you, avoid some things. So avoid some things so that you can get the strength and the power to fight back. When you come knowing that there is something that I trust, you will not have the strength to kneel down and pray. If you know you came with those witchcraft, you will never find the strength to always cry to God for help. But if you know you did not come with any other magic, you will always have the strength, and you will even yearn to kneel and pray to God for the strength. So avoid some things. Don't do some things so for you to get the strength and the knowledge, by the way. Because you have to think on how I can overcome this. You know there is a problem in the house. You have to think, now how am I going to avoid this, or how am I going to overcome it? Then you get the strength. Even when you're not on family planning, you will not have the time. What's the discussion, please? Okay, Blessing, it's like I was sharing on how I slept under the bed because because we were going to be raped, let me say, on our way to Saudi Arabia. I was not on family planning, but the person I slept with in the hotel or in the room, she was on family planning. When they knocked on the door, because I knew I was not on family planning, I had to look where I can hide. But for her, she did not even bother to check whether the door is well locked. She did not even bother to. I told her that let us share the bed. She didn't allow me to sleep with her on the bed. Instead, she pushed me away and I went under her bed. It's where I slept. Because she knew even if those people they enter, or even if they do come inside to do anything to us, for her she was on family planning. So that's why she did not bother to maybe to leave her bed to check the door whether it is well locked, or she didn't do anything, by the way. It's me who was struggling to look where I can hide. Mapul, thank you so much for joining. Where is Tebi? Our translator, Tebi. Waiting for you in France for our wedding. Inshallah, Mapul. Wow, that was bad. Yes, it was. It was, and this is what I'm telling you. I'm here parking and listening. Mapul is here, Tebi. Mapul is here. You can come and translate for us. So, Blessing, I'm saying that if you come when you're not on family planning, you have the strength to fight back. You will have the knowledge on how you can avoid some things. Good evening, dear sister Regina Abigail. Good evening to you, my sister. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate and love you so much. Thank you so much, dear. So, Blessing, I'm saying, mama akwagadde wama. Tebi, translate for us. Okay, so Blessing, I'm still love you too, dear. We also love you, dear. Thank you so much. So, okay, so when you are not on family planning, or when you know you don't have any other magic with you or behind everything, you will always have the knowledge on how you can overcome. You tell him, me too. Debbie, you tell him, me too, in his language anyway. So leave the magic things back in Africa. Come the whole, only you, without anything. Some people, you are struggling every day. You have some things in your pockets. You keep moving with them to protect you. Like every morning, you don't forget that thing to put it on your pockets. So as you don't forget it, one time to those ones, I'm just talking to those ones who are like you are still there and we would wish to come. Just leave everything there. Don't come with anything. This is going to give you the strength to fight back, or to fight for your life, to fight for yourself. So if at all you have the gap, let me give you an example. Maybe your bosses, they have gone for a vacation and you are left home, you and the driver, or maybe the gardener. So you know other people have gone for vacation and you are left maybe two people, you and the driver or the gardener at home. And remember, you're on family planning. And maybe that person has been admiring you. Hello, sister. Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Much love from this side. So this is going to give you like, it has given you a chance, and you know you're not on family planning. And since some people or some women, we do fear pregnancy than other diseases, you know. Thank you for sharing so that people can be aware in case, because we tell. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Blessing. It is going to be easy for you to say yes because you know you are protected. But if at all you are not, you will distance yourself from those people. Me too. What about your work? The work is good. I'm in my time. What time is it now? Yeah, I finished. Now I'm in my time. Not every day is a Sunday, but then today, when I come live, that means I finished early. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. I know today is a Friday and some people are so busy. Yeah, the way I heard of a girl who is pregnant from the driver, now stranded, what to do? Yeah, and remember, by the way, they are likely to impregnate you, and afterwards they are not going to go anywhere. But it's you to leave that house. Just imagine. And even the people in the house, they are likely to question you. Who impregnated you? Maybe they are suspecting like people within the house. But if he's going to be the driver, then they are likely to deport you. And the driver is likely to keep at his work. So you have lost your job. At the same time, you have gone back with a burden, because you're going to even be with, you're going to become a single mother. You won't even expect anything from that driver. They are likely to use us. Let me say, they are going to use us. If you allow, they are likely to use you, because he is just also struggling to get something. So that means he won't be able to take you to his country to marry you. That means you have been used. If the family that you are working for is, it is going to pardon you, maybe to deport you. If you don't buy yourself the ticket, they are likely to buy for you the ticket and you go back. So you have lost the job. You have gone back with a baby, of which that baby is not going to see the father again. And if you're lucky, God bless you. And friends, thank you so much. God bless you too, dear. Thank you so much. So avoid things. Of course, they are just using you, nothing else. You earn yourself a baby. Yeah, but still, my dear, to raise a baby whose father is really far away, because he's like even to change the number. Maybe since you are on family planning, you won't get pregnant. Keep thanking God for never experienced such. And I never want to experience. Yes, That is if you know what to do anyway. But to those who just, by the way, let me tell you, okay, fine. Some people, they do come on those methods, but still, you will find themselves, when they get even expired, still they are still enjoying things. Hmm? Guys, unless if you want something, unless if you want it to happen for real, but if you don't want it, you will always have the strength to fight for yourself or to fight for your life. So there are things that are around us that they will keep. Let me tell you, when you have peace, you won't take much like in prayers. You relax, you think, I have now peace, But when you have something that is bothering you, you will always remember to kneel and pray, because you want that thing to live, because it is taking away your peace, right? Yeah, exactly. So when you have too much peace, we don't always take time to remember God. But when we have something that is bothering us, when we really need some things, we always have time for God. So always put yourself like that. You yearn for something. It is your life. When you come on family planning, it is going also to bother your life, to bother you while at work. So why don't you just leave it and always remember that I'm not on family planning. If I mess up myself, anything can happen. But when you're on it, you're going to relax. After all, I'm on family planning. If Baba comes, it is okay. You have to raise your leg. If the driver comes, you have to raise your leg. If the gardener comes, you have to raise your leg. So those are all going to happen because you allowed them to happen. So you see. And if they have told you the magic to use so that you can be loved, you are going to keep your magic on your pockets. Everywhere you go, I have the magic will become the magic. Once you forget it at once, you have to, I forgot, you go back running. You become like, crazy person because of the magic. You don't want to let it down. You don't want to put it down. You don't want to forget it somewhere. You put this magic in the fire, burn it. You always remember to pray to God. Once you see some situation, you will have to remember that there is a God who sees each and every situation. So this is what brings us close to God. But once you know you have some magic, you will relax. You know that is all. And you have forgotten that it is just like a painkiller. When you swallow a painkiller, it is going to stop the pain for a meanwhile. But later, you will feel it, right? So, but there is a God who takes, if it has been a situation, he takes it once and for all. It has been my story, and this is a real life story I passed through, but it gave me a big lesson. It gave me a big lesson. So another thing, at times we have put out in our minds that whoever comes this side, maybe you are likely maybe to go back when you're like the way you came. I hope girls, especially those who want to come, get to hear this exactly. So we always have this in mind, and this has stopped so many people from coming to work. Whenever we see something that has happened to someone, we always alarm. We always like, oh my God, I can't go. I can't go. It has happened. It has happened. Oh my God, these people are suffering. These people, you know, this has sticked in your head, and you don't feel like changing your environment. You don't feel like leaving the comfort zone where you are. You don't feel like, because of what you are seeing. But we have sometimes to let things go out of our heads. I was once like you. I used to see things the way you see them. I used to say that all people are bad. And that's why, by the way, I left the first house. Because it's what I came with in my head. Whatever could happen, even if it is very small, I could seek for help from the groups, of which I had even to leave the house. When I came to this house, I realized that I just left the house for nothing. There are some things that we can sit back and settle for ourselves than seeking outside help or doing what. But then I quickly rush to leave the house. And because of those groups, I left it. But you cannot even ask me the reason as to why I left the house, and I tell you this and the other. And then do you find it a strong, weak reasons? It's what I have to give, because they were so weak for me to leave the first house. Because why? Because there are things that I did not leave, or I did not erase out of my head. So some things are there to scare us, or they are there sometimes to make us, sometimes to make mistakes. We do make mistakes because of what we always see, and we don't want to make decisions, or we don't look the other way around. We only stick on negatives, and we end up missing what we already have in our hands. But still, it was a lesson. I learned a big lesson out of that. I can't just, I don't say that I left it just for, it happened, fine. God allowed it to happen for me to learn something. So I learned a big lesson out of that. And this is why I'm here to tell you. We should sometimes let some things out of our heads. What has happened, it has happened to someone, and you don't know why it has happened, maybe. So you just know that you also have your ways on how you can live and succeed, on how you can come, you be in the house, you work for your 2 years and finish, go back home. If you want to extend, you can. So God has prepared ways on how we can live and on how we can handle things. So you never know. Your luck is not my luck. Okay? So let us always not fear to come to work just because of what we have seen, or just because of what we have heard. That was my message for today. I had always wanted to share this, but I was looking on how I can share it. Okay, so what I can say is, if you are a housemate, you have the strength and the power to always fight for yourself. Not by force, but you have to first think and then react. You know? Most especially to these rape cases, I can say. Because it was going to happen to me. But because I was not like others, it made me like, though it did not happen, but still I see what I was doing was right. Though I was in like a situation, I would like to know your greatest dream outside of Allah's will. Or wish Allah give you years without your passport. You mean here or where? Mapul? Let me see. I would like to know your greatest dream outside of Allah's will. I have a dream. Oh, wish Allah give you 2 years without your passport, look like in jail. Now, let me tell you, by the way, I've never seen my passport. I've never seen my passport. So that is not a, let me tell you guys, a passport, it is not a big deal. A big deal is this ID. ID, yeah, like, yeah, ID. Here it's called a gamma. Eh? So a passport here, it is not a big deal. Even if you get your passport, you go outside, or maybe you have it in your hands when you have no your ID, it is still useless. When we are going to the malls, we always have to get those IDs. So the passports are always kept. And I told you, by the way, I made a video telling you about those passports. What does she need the passport for? Exactly. I'm in the house. I'm a housemaid. Now the passport for what? Even if I get it, I will be looking at it every day like this. There are some people who are having their passports and they are housemates, by the way. By the way, let me tell you, we Africans, we don't keep our passports, but these Asians, they do. They have their own passports and they have their own ident cards. Ask yourself, why do those people keep their passports and IDs, but for us we cannot even look at them like this? Should I give you the reasons? Because the big number that is running out of houses, it is from African countries. The big number. We are the most people who have like rushed, or we have developed that habit of running out of these houses. And that's why our passports, our IDs are always hidden in a place where we cannot even find. And these people, it's rare to find them when they are running out. So that's why we can't even see them. We can't even smell, you know? You can't even figure out where they do keep them. So once someone sees her passport, what comes in her mind is to run out of the house. And not to the office, but she wants to run away because outside there is too much money, outside there is freedom, outside ABCD up to Z. That's why Africans, we cannot have our passports. But the rest, they do keep their passports and their IDs. Because for them, they don't think of running out and, you know, or should I say they are contented with the money that they are getting? Should I say that? So Mapul, please, for me, I've never seen my passport. I last see my passport by the time I was in at the airport, by the way. But I've never ever seen it. I don't know how it looks like. And that passport, by the way, it has also a story. I was going to be rejected because of my passport. It had issues. So let it be there. I first work. I would wish to get it when I'm going back. It is okay for me. You know? Where do you come from? Are you from? Yes, dear. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for joining Dagger's TV show. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, it's where I'm from. So don't wish to have your passports into your pockets. Just wish them to get for you the IDs. And by the way, when you have that ID, you have, it's like you are safe. But if you don't have that ID, that means you've never been taken to the hospital to be checked out. Call me freelancer, journalist. Okay, journalist, thank you so much. Okay, so if you have that ID, you are able to move around, you are able to, yeah, to go around to, so you are safe. To have that ID, I also don't keep my passport for ID. It's when I need it, I get it, then return it back. I love your content. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, journalist. I appreciate that. It's called Igama. Yes, it's Igama. Yeah, some people, by the way, they also don't keep those Igamas. But for me, let me tell you, in the first house, they photocopied it. So I just found a photocopy on the table. When I found that photocopy, so I just folded it and I took it to my room. I just went and kept it. That's when I got a chance to have a photocopy of my ID. You know, so sometimes we don't even have a chance to have those IDs. You know, still, if you get it, you you have to do what? You have to use it. Afterwards you return it. So why do you think they do return them, the IDs? An ID, it is something that we should be keeping for ourselves. But since they know they are very much important than the passports, let me tell you this. That's why they always give them to us. We use them after the words that we have to return them. If you get that ID, you are able to move around. You are able even to go to another house and work still on that ID. So don't cry for those passports. They are useless when you are here. At least yearn to get the ID. And when you have that ID, just know that you are safe. Because they have even, like, it is a process for them to process for you that ID. That means you're more safe. When you are not, they have not taken you to the hospital to check you out, you can't get that ID. So they have still to take you to the hospital for you to get that ID and to make sure that you are safe. Yes, they know it will expire in a year. As French, it's imaginable for me to give my boss my ID to work to him. For me, let me tell you, by the way. Okay, let me say, Mapul, you are well off. And it seems you can't work for someone. When you have a gamma, you can access the government government premises and get government support like medication. Exactly. Yes. So that means a gamma is more important than the passport. But for these people, they are always crying for the passports. passports are just, they are nothing. Don't yearn to get those passports. Let them keep them. Let them keep those passports. But once you have that egama, just know you are safe. Back to Mapul. Mapul, you are, let me say you are well off. That's why you cannot even imagine yourself like working for someone or giving your ID to someone, right? Yeah, but for us, there is, since we need something, you just let some things be taken out of you because there is something that you really need. It's like some people, they might say, for me, I can't sell out my land because maybe I want to take my child to the school. But there is this person who can let her land to be taken because he sees the value in educating her child. Okay? So I will have to let that passport be taken or the ID to be kept because I know I'm working. Ha ha ha, my poll depends on the job type. Maybe he's a boss himself, I think. But but still, if you need something, still people, you just let things do happen. Passport can't help you when you are sick. They will treat you for free. They will charge you heavily, but when you have an igama, you are treated easily and some of the services you get given free. Yes, for sure, egama is more important than these passports. So, and even there are some things that we need to feel like you are maybe trying to maybe you want to apply for something. Should I say? Yeah, you want to apply for something, or you're trying to work on something. If they don't ask you the passport number, still you have to fill in your egama, your ID number. And because you are here, that means you need that ID, So that is it. To those who are crying for their their passports. For me, I don't see any problem with them keeping my passport. Let it be how many years I'm going to keep here. It is okay. Let me see it when I'm going back. But so long as I have that egama, I know I'm safe. And if you know that you are working with, and you know you have never been taken to the hospital, that means you are not safe. They are likely even to throw away from the house. If they cannot afford to get that egama for you or that ID for you, you are likely to be thrown out of that house because you are not under anyone's name. So you don't belong anywhere. So even someone is likely to deny you that you're not my worker. So she's likely to give you that passport of yours and you are like, you go. So where will you go? Where will you start? Because your passport, it has no names for that sponsor, right? It's only you, your personal gadget. So if they are looking for your bosses, where will they start from? So it's this ID that has got the information, at least the information for your sponsor. So there you are safe. So don't cry for passports. They don't help somehow, or they do help, right? If you have maybe a problem and maybe you link your information to the people you would want to help you, you can. That passport number can help you. So still you can copy it before you give it to your boss. True, your egama gives you a sense of identity in this country. That is it. So for me, I don't see anything wrong for them to keep my passport. So Mapul is still here. Ask me another question, because I remember answering that question about the passport. Medication free, hospital free, and give you, wow, month if you're jobless. Oh my God, can I come and stay there as a homeless? But I will be under your roof, since we want to, France. Wow, what a, should I say what? It's good that that country is trying to pamper you. That means you don't know how to work. Isn't it, Tebi? Tell me. Because if the country can give you free hospital, medication, I mean, so that means even education is also free, right? So they are also giving those ones, is it, these ones dollars. Wow, it's a lot of money anyway. Mapul, invite us there. Don't just tell us. For real. At least, okay, just invite us. We come and work for you guys. Because we can even work for those ones who are jobless. Because we know every month, if you can get such amount of money, that means it's a lot. They are able even to pay us, At least let us come and work for them. How do you see? Wow. This is a lot of money. So, but still, let me tell you, your country is pampering you. That means you don't know how to work. If you find like these people who don't know how to struggle for real, they will just relax just because they know their government gives some dime, school free. You see? So why don't you get us the jobs that side? Yeah, we come and work. And I know, like the house helpers or the housemaids, you do pay them a lot. Since you can get even the free money from the government. So connect us. We are ready to come and sweep the what? Yeah, the roads. You just tell me that there is a job. Me, I will spend my savings on my ticket. I buy myself a ticket and come and work in there. Let me say to anyone who think like coming to work in any part of Arab country. Arab country, please and please make sure you are someone that can tolerate patience. If not, don't even try it. Exactly. Some things we need to put, like we need to practice patience. I know many people abuse. In France, you mean? Abuse is everywhere. Mapol, abuse is everywhere. There is no country you cannot find abuse. Each and every manner, you can find it everywhere, in every country. Even in America, we know that they are better off, they are well off. We do also find such in there. So as long as you know how to handle yourself, how to just let things go, still, me, I know how I can tolerate abuse. I've ever been abused. So you just connect me, unless if you're trying to dodge me, you don't want me to come and work in there. But if it is that, it is just like that one is light than the things I've ever seen in my life. That one is just a small thing to me. In America, that's where there is too much abuse. Yeah. So what about even in Africa? We've ever been abused. Everywhere we find abuse. So you see how he is trying to dodge us. He doesn't want us to go to France. Excuse me. We are going to stick on you. We want you to connect us. At least we change the environment. We get some dollars. You said something. I'm waiting for you. For me, abuse, it is not a big deal. That is a small thing on me. Okay? We have seen, but abuse, no. No. That one can't stop me from working, by the way. So how I wish even you mean, yeah, our African countries can also be like this one. But still, we cannot compare developing countries to a developed country, you know? Mapula, are you still there? I'm waiting for you. We have seen things, most especially housemaids. If you know that you are to come and work in Arab, by the way, to those who are there, there is a lot that we have learned, by the way. So we know we can tolerate, we know how we can, So some things we just, other things we just look at them as, just like that. Even those countries are struggling with some things. Like what, Debbie? Struggling with what? Those ones are, at least we can say, at least those ones are better off. They are not like these Africans. A country that can pay you even if you are jobless. Free education. Even those, yeah, free education, medication free. And if you are jobless, they are likely to pay you. So what else? If the government is educating your child, just imagine, I'm home, they are educating my baby, they are paying me if I don't want to work still. Some people, they can pretend that we don't have jobs still, and they keep home because they know monthly they are likely to get some money from the government. If they get sick, they are likely to go and get free treatments. So that means there is nothing that is going to push me or to force me to come and work if I have all those, So I'm likely to sit down, eat, dress myself up, no stress at all. So that's why some people, they have said, he has said that I can't give out my ID to any boss, you know. So Debbie, they are struggling with what? If you're getting free treatment, huh? School is free, and they are paying you, even if it is little, but still, you know, every month you are getting some money. They don't want to work, or work and said they are jobless. Some even go back to their country and still get the same of government. Wow. Yeah, they are likely to say we can't find jobs, yet they pretend not to get those jobs. Mm. You mean even those other people who come to, who, it doesn't work like that. They have to improve that they can't find jobs. Mm-mm. Still that country, oh, that means no one is struggling. That means there is no competition. Some people, let me say, they have so many people who don't care at all. What are you waiting for? David, unless if you're going there to work, but to relax like these ones, no, I don't want to relax. If you know you are getting each and everything, this is the relaxation I've been talking about, by the way. Yeah, this is the relaxation I've been talking about. Because if you know that you are able to get something, or they are likely, even if what or what, so you are getting each and every, you don't even bother yourself to say, let me wake up in the morning and I go to work. Hmm? And yet people, we need to work. Yes, we need to work for ourselves. So that is it I had for today. My main important message is at the beginning of this life. Hopefully it will help some. Of course, it can't be all, but some. And hope, yeah, it is going to change someone's life. Okay? Once you have something that is forcing, that you know, how should I say? But what I can say, inshallah. Mapur, good night. But he doesn't want to invite us, because you have said he should invite us, and he's like, you know, he has kept quiet. I must devote myself to Islam first to marry you all. I told you, me, I don't get married to a man who has got two. If you can't take me only one, then you can take someone else. But we cannot. And it is not a must, by the way, that Muslims should marry one or two or more. I mean, it is not a must that they should marry two or four. No, you are marrying Mercy. Then I will come to visit her. Me, I told you I have jealousy for only one thing. To get a man or to get married to a man who is going to add another woman. I just quit and you marry that angel. That is me. I don't share. Fine, I know you've been sharing yourself, but when I come in, I want to be only one. And if I get to know that you are sharing it with someone else, I just leave you in peace. Not in pieces, but in peace. That is my rule for marriage. Yes, of course, because you are married and someone has got someone after you, you know? So that means he has seen an angel. If he has left you for someone else, that means that someone is an angel. How do you want me to call that person? Of course, an angel. And for me, I don't like to fight the angels, or I don't like to fight other people. And I don't like to, should I say, to, like, I hate, like, when I'm coming to a marriage and I find someone else still. That is not good. I was created for only one. I may leave to someone. Me too, I can't share. Exactly. So Mapul, what are you saying? Say something as we say good night. Are you taking me only me, or you are ready for two? If you are ready for two, cancel me. Ah, that is life, and that is my rule, by the way. Marriage. Because I know now. I'm a I know, right? You deserve a better than one shared husband. Huh? I deserve better than one. Am I the one who is not understanding that English, or what? I know, right? You deserve better than one share husband. What are you trying to mean? So I deserve. Hmm? Explain here. My English, I don't know, maybe. But so long as you've heard me clear. Mapur, which religion are you? Because I know you're not a Muslim. Okay, you are a Christian. You deserve better than a husband who is shared. Okay, that is the better English I can understand. Yes! And husband for two. For two what? And if really wanted to, and if really wanted to life is peace, in peace, to live in peace, one husband, one wife, that's God's command. Exactly. He's not a Muslim. Okay, fine. Mapuru, you're not a Muslim. That means you're a Christian. A Christian, if you know the Bible, yes, if you know the Bible, that means you are meant to be for one person. You have to find your missing link, you know, that is only one. And by the way, to Muslims who already say that you have to make four, but sometimes some people, they do it for bandwagon, and yet they cannot even manage them, you know. So, and still even if that man takes you and you become 4, but still that man has got her favorite. He cannot love all equal. There is that very person that this person is going to love more than the rest, and yet that one is not supposed to be there, you know. Even you see our parents, you are born like maybe you are 5, but your mother has got that someone that she feels like among the 5 children, this one is better than all of them. So to me, if I come and you get an angel, me the devil, I will just leave the angel to sit in your home. That is it. Yeah, that is the only weakness that I have. Let me share my weakness to my Mr. Kapur, Mapur. Okay, guys, should I call it a night? That's all I had to share with you. My message is at the beginning. Though this one, we are just making jokes and laughs, you know. Yeah. If Mercy doesn't laugh, if Mercy doesn't pray, that one also makes me dull. So you always make me happy, by the way, guys. So should I call it a good night? Stories by Tebi, thank you so much. Blessing, thank you so much. Mr. Mapul, thank you so much for being here. You are the only man in the house, though we know this season is for football, but you are always here with us. And by the way, we are learning from you. Yeah. There are things that we don't know that side, but still you are here to share with us. Good night, dear. Love you, Bambi. I love you too, Tebi. My, how should I say? I don't know what he's doing. He takes wrong to, you know, to comment. What, but Tebi, what is the opposite of the best man? The best woman? Eh? No, the like when they are on the wedding. So you are my what? Matron. They call them matron. Okay, good night, my matron. Best maid. Ah, you also put some salt, you girl. You know? I'm waiting for Mr. Maple to say good night, then I close the chat. My matron has already said good night, so we call them best maids in K. Oh, okay. No, Tebi, the maids are these ones behind the groom and the, you know, those ones behind, right? Am I right? Or what about these ones behind the groom? And there is these little ones in front of the, still the groom. Good night. Stories by Tebi from Blessings. She's saying good night to you. Blessings, thank you so much, dear. What about this, the one who is next to the Mugore? Good night, everybody. Everybody from the blessings, from blessings, she's saying good night. Good night, blessings from Stories by Tebi. So guys, I'm crossing. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, yeah, she's called Metron. Yeah, I was waiting for you, Mr. Mapul. Good night, big hugs. I know you need a big hug now. Not even for now. I need it forever and ever, 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 ever. I don't just need it for one day. For every day, every day, every day, every day. Thank you so much. Good night to you. Thank you so much for being here. We love you so much. Yeah, see you on the next live. I don't know when. Mapul, please, we are inviting you on Stories by Tebi tomorrow on her live. Mr. Mapul, tomorrow on Tebi's live, please you come. We are inviting you. It is going to be massive, you know. We love you too. Okay, it's like Tebi has gone. So everybody, we are closing the chat. Thank you so much for being here. To those who have missed, the message is at the beginning. Okay, thank you so much, Mapul. We are going to be happy when you appear tomorrow on our live chat, Stories by Tebi. Okay, Tebi, invite the people on your live chat. What will be the topic anyway? How I wish you invite me. But still, I don't predict my most welcome tomorrow, everyone. Yes, 10 people, you are all welcome to Tebi's live tomorrow. We are going to discuss something seriously. Serious. Hope, Tebi, don't tell me the topic. We shall see from there. Just to chill and chat on my last live in Gulf. Wow, she's preparing to go, by the way. Kisses. Love you so much also. Love from this side. Oh, yeah, let them thumbs up for this live, by the way. Though we are here chatting, but the topic, it is at the beginning of this live, you know. Yeah. Here we are just winding up, by the way. But we shared a lot at the beginning to those who are just joining us this. So guys, let me close. Thank you so much for blessing. You mean all along you had not yet given me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much, dear Blessing. May you be blessed like your name. Wow, Blessing. Blessings follow me. Follow me. I'm left to dance for you and sing for you. Who is in Lebanon? By the way, Blessing, she's in Lebanon. Blessing is in Lebanon. So that means you haven't visited her house anyway. Let me say that. Blessing is in Lebanon. Well, so I shall all the best. Safe and sound journey. Yeah, she's going to leave us in Gulf. I need someone to help me with a bag. No, she's from Nigeria, so you won't match. And I don't think she's going right here. Debbie, why didn't you make cargo before? I think cargo is better than when you go with those bags, because you might find when they get for you a ticket that has got no what? Yes, she did. She has, I mean. Yeah, I also didn't know, not until I went to her and I checked on her, Bambi. So you try to check on her, but she's from Nigeria, so you won't match and you're taking it to Kenya. You know? Cargo, I asked, they aren't shipping. Oh, that is the problem. But I think cargo, it's better than, it's better than when you go with those bags. You might miss your things on the airport because you can't know, like the ticket, though they give those kgs, but you can't know how many you are likely to get. Yes, I have some people here who are in Lebanon, by the way. Who else do I know? I want to know what your madam think to your channel. She enjoys. Mapul. She enjoys. And she gives me content, by the way. Have you never have you mean you've never seen her content on my channel? Yeah, she sometimes gives me content. So you guys, you've just joined me. Eh? I have her content on my channel. So she does. And if I need someone to take me a video, she can. Yeah, sometimes she helps me to too, you know. So let me ask you, Mapul, if you were my boss, what would you do? What was going to be your reaction? Uh, where are where are Lebanon? For I am in Beirut. Eh, my God, countries has got names, really. Mr. Mapul, I'm still asking. I'm still waiting for you. Your channel is, yes. Hey, you guys, you are in the same area. By the way. Okay, let me wait for the super chat for the first time from Mr. Mapol. I wish I know you before traveling. But blessing, still you can connect, you know? She still have some like by the way, Tebi, still, if you want to like to give your bag, still you can connect there are some people who are at the airport and they have less kgs. Sure, just 1 week. Wow. Oh, now you have less time now. So you can, I'm giving you like an advice. If you want to take all your things, you can like go early, and when you reach at the airport, you can find some people who are still there at the airport and they have less kgs. If they are going to the same direction, you can connect with them and they add up, like they help you to take those kgs for you, you know. Maybe I go early and see. Yeah, if you go early, you might find some people that they have kgs which are less, or they have no even kgs, you know. So you might be lucky and find someone who can help you and you take all your things. I want to sleep, but I'm still waiting for Mr. Mapul's what? Super chat. Oh, I should not wait. It is not there. I'm in my time, guys. Let me say good night. You can send your things cargo through Sliver Wings, but I think it's expensive. You guys, these days, these people are also expensive, you know, the cargo stuff. No PayPal account, and never give my 80 on YouTube too. Many hack. No problem, mister. No problem. I don't know about Sliver Wing. Tell me about it. So the super chat has gone wrong. It has not worked for me today. But Mapul, you don't need even the ATM. Don't you have the what? There is the so-called mobile wallet, is it? Yeah. Yeah, mobile wallet can also work, unless otherwise. It's safe. It's Google Play. I have seen people super chatting from all over the world. From mobile wallet. For me, I know you can make it from mobile wallet. I didn't know that even PayPal can, even ATM, but it's easier on mobile wallet. By the way, hackers are, you know, I also fear those, like, you know, but don't risk, my dear. You are still supporting me through when your presence. I really appreciate your presence. Let's chat on WhatsApp better. Okay, yeah, I think you guys, you can connect. You can connect, you can exchange numbers, or she can come to you. But don't share your numbers here, I think. Let her come to you. Yeah, you go to Instagram, maybe. But don't share here your numbers, because some people, they are not good. Let me see. Or she can come to your house and then you connect from there. How do you see? So I'm waiting for you. You conclude as I prepare to close. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Yeah, I will visit her house. Yeah, that's better, Tebi. So how are you saying blessing? You find her on Instagram? Check on Facebook. So give her Facebook names. Facebook names. There's some names you use. But Tebi, the other thing, I think it's better when you go early, you know? When you go early, if you still have like a lot of time, you can find someone to help you from the airport. How do you see? Because I see you still have like a week to go now. Or if you know, that well, it's me today. Yeah, I will go early. Yeah, it's better that way. Excuse me. It's better that way. Because you are left with just 1 week. Oh, will it be enough for you to process each and everything? Okay. Those are her names, Tebi. My flight is for I will leave the house. Mm. Anyway, it will depend on your boss. But it's better when you explain to her and then you go early enough. Better that way. Okay, guys. So should I close? You have got each and everyone's. You know how you are going to connect. Okay, thank you so much, Tebi, for being here. Thank you so much, Blessing. Mr. Mapul, I salute you. It's okay. 4 hours. Okay, that's better. Yeah, 4 hours aren't bad. Tebi, I didn't know that you are left with only 1 week for real. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you to dear Blessing. Good night. May God keep you for me. Until we meet, good night. Bye-bye, everyone. Love you. Much love from this side. Bye-bye from Tebi.